What's happening, my fellow geeks on the internet? I'm TGun coming at you with another video. This time I've got my custom LEGO DC Apocalyptic version 2 of Batman and the Apocalyptic version of Deathstroke. Now I've had these minifigures done for a little while. Just recently I've just updated them a little bit, but I'll get into that when I'm actually showing them up close. So the original minifigures were done a while ago, and then just recently I just updated them, added a couple of things, gave them a couple of things, and yeah, stuff like that. So I do want to say that this is possibly the last video for the TGun Apocalyptic universe. I say possibly as at the moment, I'm not really wanting to make any more minifigures. I know that some people want to see an apocalyptic version of Joker, but at the moment I just feel not really burnt out, but I'm not really into making the minifigures at the moment, so that's why I've only got 2 minifigures instead of having Joker and Two-Face and a couple of other villains, which I did say a while ago that I was going to make for this series. But it's just at the moment I'm not really into the series anymore. I've enjoyed making these minifigures, just I'd rather make minifigures when I feel invested into the project instead of just making it just for the sake of having minifigures. So I do apologize for that. Maybe in the future I'll make a Joker and some other characters, but for right now I'm just sticking to the 4 minifigures that I have so far. But without any further ado, let's get straight into the up-close look of these minifigures. So starting off this showcase, we have a version 2 of the original character that started this whole universe, Batman. So you're probably wondering what's different about this minifigure. Well, if you continue watching, I'll explain it to you. But yeah, so anyway, I've kept this submachine gun, and I do apologize, in the very first video I did say machine gun, like assault rifle, but it is a submachine gun. I've kept this weapon as it's a really cool weapon. What I did, though, I did add a suppressor or a silencer, which I did weather it up in like the same brown color, and continued to keep this gun. I've also kept the same machete, except I just now use the machete with the silver blade. Instead of having the 2 machetes, I just keep this 1 machete, and then I also still have this pistol for him. Now, a new weapon that he has, if I zoom out a little bit, I have painted up this, I guess, hunting rifle. This was like a sniper rifle. It did have a scope, but I did cut off the scope, and I've painted it up in this flat brown color and gunmetal, not gunmetal, it's a metallic grey color for him. So I do have that. It's really cool. I really like this weapon for him. I'm probably going to display him with this weapon over the other one. I know I gave him 2 weapons just so I can swap, the weaponry around and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then aside from that, I don't really have any other weapons for him. I did get rid of his bandolier thing that he had and the magnet, so he doesn't have the rifle anymore or the tomahawk, except I could still give him the tomahawk. It's just not going to be displayed on him. But here he is with the tomahawk. So he can still be displayed with that, except I just choose not to display it with him anymore. Now for the minifigure himself. Now, starting off with the head, his head and mask are basically exactly the same, except what I did do was I added a bit of grey dry brushing into the beard, just to make him look a little bit older, because I do have another alternative head for him. Now, if you remember in the first showcase, I showed you which head I actually used to make the Batman face, which was that, I think it was Resistance Trooper or Rebel Trooper, one of them. He had like a ginger beard. So I took that other head, I painted over the beard in black. I also did a dry brushing in grey in the beard. I gave him a couple of scars. Then I weathered the face to have all this dirt on him. And then I also got one of these Superman hair pieces, painted the sideburns in grey, and then just dry brush heaps of grey and brown into the hair to make him look like he's older, as well as got heaps of dirt in his hair. And I really love how this Bruce Wayne face has turned out. So this is just what he looks like underneath the cowl. And I think this looks so good with the figure. So I really like this alternative head. I've actually been displaying him with this head over his cowl, or his masked head, because I just love this so much. So yeah. Now coming down to the torso, I have used the same jacket, except I've gone over in an olive, my olive green color just to give it a bit more color. I've also gone over and weathered it in with my flat brown color, as I don't have any more of the red brown color, which is this which I use for the other dirt color. So I've got my regular dark brown, which is basically flat brown, which I've just done some dry brushing, and then I basically painted it on, then just dabbed it off with a rag, which I learned from Cosplay Chris by watching his custom collectibles. I just painted on, then just dab off all the excess paint. The arms, instead of having the torn up sleeves, I've just repainted the sleeves with the olive green color, and then I've done the exact same thing, just painted on the brown color, and then I've actually dabbed it off. I'm not sure how well we can see on this phone, but yeah. So I've just done the exact same method. I've left the gauntlets and gloves and glove tops exactly the same because I didn't feel the need to weather them up anymore. I really like all the blood and dirt that they have on there. But yeah, so if I now remove the head, and I can now show you, I have given him this new accessory. If you've seen my Instagram from a while ago, you saw that I made a Jessica Jones minifigure based off her Defender's appearance. Well, I actually took the grey scarf off of her, added some brown to it, just some lines, and I've now given him a scarf, as I don't know, I just felt like he needed a scarf, so I painted up a scarf, and it looks really cool, in my opinion, topped off the minifigure. But yeah, and then everything else is basically the same. You can still see the bat symbol, all the dirt and blood effects, and then the legs are exactly the same. So that's all I've really done for this figure. I've just touched up the jacket, given him a scarf and an alternative head, as well as given him a couple of other accessories and that. So I actually don't know what I just did with the scarf. I dropped it. Anyway, so I'll go ahead to reassemble him. But yeah, I really love how this version 2's turned out. All I really want to do now is get a pair of goggles off of Brickarms. Kind of like what people use for the Nightmare Batman. I just want to get a black pair of those goggles. I should have a picture up or on it now. I just really want to get a pair of those goggles and just give it, weather them up and add them on top of the cowl, as I reckon it would just top off the look. If he's going to have a scarf, I reckon he should have goggles. So that way if he is walking through a sandy area or something like that, he can have goggles as well as a scarf. Oh, there's a scarf. So yeah, that's all I'm really going to add to the figure, but at the moment I'm really happy with how this figure's turned out. But yeah, let me know what you think of the updates. I know there's not too much updates on the figure himself, but for what I have done, I'm just really happy with how he looks now. So yeah, now let's go over to Deathstroke. So here's Deathstroke. It was really fun to make. It's kind of different from the other characters too, because it's not really like the other characters where I kept the under armor and stuff, because I could just do whatever I wanted. And that's what I did here. But starting off with his accessories, I gave him this submachine gun. I think it's an MP5. Please correct me if I am wrong, but I think it's an MP5 gun. I just did the exact same sort of weathering method. It's just a black gun. Dry brushed some red brown over the gun, just to give it the weathered look. So that looks pretty cool there. I've also given him a katana. I should probably add blood and stuff onto it, which I may actually do. But for right now, I just have a clean blade, so I probably will just weather it up and just add some blood. But yeah, I'll do that eventually. And then I also gave him Batman's old sniper rifle from the first video, as I just thought it worked better. This sniper worked better with Deathstroke than with Batman. So just do that there. You can just see him holding the rifle, and it just looks better with him than it does with Batman. So there is that, and I did incorporate the magnet. Well, I mean the magnet's still the same, but I did incorporate the magnet on the back there. So yeah, and this last accessory is just his sidearm. So if I just pull that out, it's just a weathered Desert Eagle, as I thought it would work for Deathstroke. So yeah, and I just added it like the holster on his left side because he doesn't have his right eye. So yeah, so that's basically it for his weaponry and stuff. So just move them out of the way. But yeah, so coming up to the head now. This head, I can't remember what head I used underneath, but I kept the original eye there. You can see the eyebrow. I took a ski mask. I got it off my Brickarms store. They have like heaps of stuff. Sometimes people have to go to Minifig Cat or another store, but the Brickarms store that I go to has like these ski caps. It's what some people use for Spider-Man mask and what Moosefig's use for his black mask and stuff like that. So it had like two big open holes in the mouth exposed. So I covered up the mouth and this eye. I actually filled in some blue tack into the eye and then I just sculpted around it. No, I didn't. I lied. All I did was just sculpted around the eye, and then when I went to paint it, I put some blue tack in and then just painted it, which was just a different technique I wanted to try, and it worked out like a charm. So I put in blue tack, painted around, and when I took out the blue tack, the eye was perfectly fine. So that just made it a little bit easier. Then I added heaps of weathering and stuff, and I may add some little bandanas on the back, just to show it being tied up, but for right now, it's fine. And the mask just looks really cool, in my opinion, like this. I am doing a different mask for my TGun versus Deathstroke, but yeah, so this is just basically like a modified balaclava, if you want to think about it like that. Coming on to the torso, I started off with a dark tan torso, which I then painted in my own dark tan color. I just wanted to make this guy look tactical and like a soldier, kind of, so that's what I did here. So I painted it in my own dark tan color as well as the arms. For the torso bit there, it's just Brickarms tactical vest. I got this torso piece, and then on the back I cut off the back, and then I just stuck this down. And then I just used some Procreate and just sculpted the back because it already had a back on there, and if I just used that, then the sheath and the magnet wouldn't have worked. So, and I really wanted to incorporate the magnet and the scabbard. So that's what I did here. Scabbard's made out of electrical tape, and I have a tutorial for how to make that. So all it really was just wrapping the sword around in electrical tape, and that was it. I stuck that on the back as well as the magnet. I painted up the back then and all the black. I added a bit of orange there just to break up all the black in the weathering, and that because I did also weather it as well. I sculpted the shoulders for shoulder pads. On this arm, I've got like the black lines and stuff coming down to his gauntlets, and he's got elbow pads as well. On this side, I didn't add the line as I wanted it to be a little bit asymmetrical. Maybe a zombie had wrecked that bit of armor that comes down there, so I kind of like that. Then for his legs, originally they were an olive green, but then I changed them to a dark grey colour just recently, so I just thought it would look better than have basically reversal of the Batman colour scheme. So yeah, I painted that up. Have electrical tape for the strap and the gun holster. Black boots. You can see a little cargo pocket there. I also did some weathering in some brown, like in my flat brown colour, because this was when I had no red brown colour. And yeah, so that's basically it for this Deathstroke minifigure. I really love how it turned out. It's really fun to make. So I'll just go ahead and give him all his weapons back. So there we are. So let me know what you think of this guy in the comments below, and let's go ahead and wrap up. So thank you guys again for watching this video. Please let me know in the comments below which is your favourite and what you think of the version 2 or the updated Batman figure, and what you think of the Deathstroke based in the TGun Apocalyptic universe. Again, I do apologise for not making Joker or any other minifigures, as like I was saying at the beginning. I'm just not really, I'm not really as interested as I was when I was making all these figures, and I don't want to make a minifigure just for the sake of making a figure, because then it won't be the best as what it could be. So I hope you guys do understand that. And maybe sometime down the line I would make some more, because I wouldn't mind making more. It's just at the moment I'm just more interested in making other minifigures over apocalyptic minifigures. So yeah, But anyway, so my next video will be my TGun vs. Batman Villains Part 2. And the minifigures here are shaping up to be really cool looking. So in the next showcase, we're going to have Ra's al Ghul, Hugo Strange, Deathstroke. I do have more stuff like drying at the moment. So it's not just that, I've made more progress, just paint's drying. Scarecrow. We're also going to have a couple of other figures. I can't think at the top of my head who else I'm making. But yeah, there will be a couple of more minifigures, which I haven't really started on, but I will eventually. And then I'm also planning on doing a Fallout 76 character, and then some other minifigures here and there as well. So yeah, thanks for watching. Again, please comment, like, subscribe, share for more, and let me know what you think of these minifigures in the comments below. Make sure you check out my customs Instagram account as well as my cosplay Instagram account, and let me know in the comments below if you'd be interested in buying commissions, because I've now finished school and I'm thinking of, selling commissioned minifigures, through Instagram. Let me know if you would be interested in that, because now I've got more time. I wanted to kind of sell commissions for a little bit, so yeah. I'll let you guys go, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright, bye!